Hello, future engineers. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're still new to my channel and you like what I'm doing, please don't forget to share my videos to your friends and to your friends' friends, to your younger brothers and sisters who would want to take up engineering in the future, and to your relatives. That's one way you can keep me going, inspired, and refreshed. Now, if you find my videos interesting and important to your studies, also please don't forget to subscribe. So here is Engineers in Progress 4.3, still on fractions, so that you can simplify equations later that you will encounter in your different subjects in engineering. So express the result of the following as a simple fraction in lowest terms. So the techniques here would be factoring and cancelling. And if it is your first time to see this video, you have to go over with the preceding slides, preceding videos, so that uh, you will be guided, especially the factoring methods. So although you also have your part here, which is one, if you want to anticipate the solution, you may pause the video and consider these problems as your exercise. But I'll just give you one part here for those who are not yet good in simplifying expressions, especially fractions, and not yet good in factoring. You may proceed to the preceding videos here so that you will be guided. These videos are arranged from the very start the up to the advanced parts. So as I said, you may pause the video for those who are already good in factoring and in simplifying fractions, and that will serve as your guide, and you just consult your answers with the answers here. So for this part A, this is difference of two squares. We factor this directly into b plus a times b minus a, difference of two squares. Then since this is divided by this quantity here, we change this to times and get the reciprocal. So 2a minus 3b will be the numerator. And if you observe, this is the denominator. And the denominator, if you look at the numerator here of this divisor, it is a perfect square trinomial which can be factored into a plus b quantity square. So this is equal to b plus a, b minus a times, so because we change the operation from division to multiplication, we obtain the reciprocal of this fraction. So we write 2a minus 3b, and this becomes the denominator, which is a plus b quantity square, or a plus b quantity square. So since b plus a and a plus b are the same, we can cancel b plus a, and take note there is still a plus b in the denominator. So we have a plus b in the denominator because this is 2 or square. So finally, we cannot find common factors anymore, common factors that can be cancelled. So the final answer is b minus a quantity 2a minus 3b over a plus b. So equals b minus a quantity 2a minus 3b over a plus b. So that's it for this problem here. For this part, we have quadratic, and we have to factor this by trial and error, this one by trial and error. Here, common factor is a, so we factor out a first, then we have x cubed minus 27, which is x cubed minus 3 cubed, difference of two cubes, and I hope you already know the way of factoring difference of two cubes. We have difference of two squares, 3 square minus 5x quantity square. We have difference of two squares also, 2 square minus 3x quantity square. So let's simplify this one by one. So the operation is just multiplication, so there's no need to change the operation. So let's have 3x were here. Definitely factors are 3x and x. And for this negative 6, 2 and 3, 6 and 1, 1 is positive, the other is negative, such that the middle term is 7. So as well as here, 5x and x, and negative 9 here, so 9, 1, 3, 3. So let's figure out the factor so that we get negative 12x in the middle term. So that is equal to 3x and x here. So 6, we have 6 and 1, 3 and 2, but by investigation, we just use 3 and 2. So it should be positive 3 here. So that 3x times 3 is 9x, then negative 2 here. So that 9x minus 2x is 7x. So 3x minus 2 and x plus 3. Then divided by, let's have 5x and x. And factors of 9 are 9, 1 and 3, 3. So 9, 1 are not the possible roots. Let's use 3, 3. So since this is negative 12, this should be negative 3. So that 5x times negative 3 is negative 15x. Then positive 3 here. So that negative 15x plus 3x is negative 12x. So 5x plus 3 and x minus 3 factors. Then times, let's factor out a here. A times quantity x cubed minus 27. And in the denominator, let's factor this by trial and error again. So we have 12, 12 and 1, 6, 2, 4, 3 or 3, 4. So let's have 4 and 3 first. So negative 5x, we have 5x and x. So one should be negative, the other is positive. Since this is negative 17x, so if this is negative 5x, that would be negative 4 times negative 5x, negative 20x. And this should be positive x here, so that negative 20x plus 3x is negative 17x. So 4 plus x and 3 minus 5x. So those are the factors for this quadratic here, quadratic expression. So this one is 3 square minus 5x, 3 square, quantity square, minus 5x quantity square. So difference of two squares. Factors are 3 plus 5x and 3 minus 5x in the numerator. So 3 plus 5x, 3 minus 5x. In the denominator, this is also difference of two squares. 2 squares, 2 square minus 3x quantity square. Factors are 2 plus 3x and quantity 2 minus 3x. So 2 plus 3x, quantity 2 minus 3x. Though this is not yet in its complete factored form, to simplify, we should cancel some of the common factors in the numerator and in the denominator. So 3x minus 2, this is 2 minus 3x, or 2 minus 3x, this is negative of 2 minus 3x, so we can cancel this and replace it by negative 1. So that's negative 1. Then x plus 3, no. 3 plus 5x, 3 plus 5x and 5x plus 3 are the same, so we can cancel that. 3 minus 5x, we have 3 minus 5x here. So we have negative of quantity x plus 3, then times a, or negative ax plus 3. This is now difference of two cubes, which can be factored into x. So this is x cubed minus 3 cubed. So one factor is x minus 3. The other factor is square of x, so x square. Then the product, positive 3x. Then the square of 3 plus 9. and the rest we just copy. So equals negative of x plus 3 over x minus 3, then a times a, then quantity x minus 3, then times x squared plus 3x plus 9 over 4 plus x, or x plus 4. Then here times 1 over 2 plus 3x. So we can cancel x minus 3 only here, and there's no more common factors in the numerator and the denominator that can be cancelled out. So therefore the final answer is negative of a times quantity x plus 3, quantity x squared plus 3x plus 9, divided by, instead of 4 plus x, let's make this x plus 4. Instead of 2 plus 3x, let's make it 3x plus 2. So the final answer is, let's put it here, negative of a quantity x plus 3, quantity x squared plus 3x plus 9 all over x plus 4, then times 3x plus 2. So that's it for this fraction here, operations of fractions. For the next one, so take note that this is a perfect square, perfect square. Square root of 4a squared is 2a, square root of 25b squared is 5b. So 2a and 5b is 2a times 5b is 10ab times 2 is 20ab. So this is a perfect square trinomial. The complete factored form is quantity 2a plus 5b squared. The denominator, the common factor is x, so x times 2a minus 3b. Here, the numerator is x squared minus 3x, x is common, so we factor this into x, quantity x minus 3. Then here, the common factor is b, so we factor out b, and we have 4a squared plus 6ab plus 9b squared. Then this is difference of two cubes, 2a quantity cube minus 3b quantity cube. The factors are 2a minus 3b, then times square of 2a is 4a squared. 2a and 3b, the product is 2a, 3b plus 6ab. Then the square of 3b is 9b squared. So that's the complete factored form of difference of two cubes. So as I said, if you're not yet familiar with that, then proceed to the preceding videos so that you can learn, gain their uh, factoring techniques. In the denominator, the common factor is 2. Then write it as 2 quantity 2a plus 5b. So again, this is a perfect square trinomial equals quantity 2a plus 5b squared, and in the denominator x times 2a minus 3b. Then times, common factor here is x, so times x quantity x minus 3 over b quantity 4a squared plus 6ab plus 9b squared. Then here, difference of two cubes, 2a quantity cube minus 3b quantity cube. The factors are times quantity 2a minus 3b, then times 4a squared plus 6ab plus 9b squared, in the denominator 2 quantity 2a plus 5b. So we can cancel here because everything is in complete factored form. 2a plus 5b and 2a plus 5b here, but this is 2, so therefore there is still 2a plus 5b as a factor left in the numerator. Then x and x minus 3, no, 2a minus 3b and 2a minus 3b. Then 4a squared plus 6ab plus 9b squared, which is this. Then no more. So the final answer is we have 2a plus 5b in the numerator and x minus 3. Then in the denominator, just 2b. So the final answer is quantity 2a plus 5b times x minus 3 over 2b. So that's it for this part C here. Then we have another batch of problems combined into a single fraction in lowest terms. So notice that there are three fractions and each fraction has a common denominator 4. The LCD is 4, so we just operate the numerator. So this is equal to, the denominator is 4, then 3 plus 7 minus 9 over 4. So 3 plus 7 is 10, minus 9 is 1, so 1/4. The answer is 1/4. For part B, LCD is 8 or common denominator is 8. So therefore, this is just C minus D minus 7 all over 8. So C minus D minus 7 all over 8. For this part C here, the common LCD is between 3 and 2 is 6. So let's put it over 6 first. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So the first term is 5 times 2. Then 6 divided by 3 is 6 divided by 2 is 3. So we have minus quantity 6 minus 3a times 3 because 6 divided by 2 is 3. So minus quantity 6 minus 3a times 3. Simplifying, we have 10 minus 6 times 3 is 18. So 10 minus 18, negative of negative 3a is positive 3a times 3, 9a. So 10 minus 18 plus 9a over 6. So since 10 minus 18 is negative 8, so the answer may be negative 8 plus 9a over 6 or 9a minus 8 over 6. They are the same. So I'll just put the answer 9a minus 8 over 6. But the answer may also be negative 8 plus 9a over 6. And for part D, the LCD is between 8 and 4 is 8. 8 divided by 8 is 1, so this remains 5, 5 times 1. Then 8 minus 8 divided by 4 is 2, so minus 3 times 2. So 5 times 1 minus 3 times 2, all over 8. 5 minus 6 is negative 1 divided by 8, so it is negative 1/8. And finally, for your part, show that this is equal to quantity 4h minus 3k over 12. So that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed watching and you increase your knowledge, especially on simplifying fractions, factoring methods.